It's you. It's you. It's you. You are the problem. You're the problem. You're out here blaming every Tom, Nick, and Harry for your issues. You out here blaming Denisha, Daquita, Dakita for everything going on in your life when really, it's you. Yeah. Hey, I'm Ty. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about whatever I want to talk about. And today, the word of the night is accountability. You hear me? The word of the night is accountability. Pause this video, look yourself in the mirror and say, it was me. This whole time it was me. I was out here blaming the motherfucker, but the whole time it was me. And when you're done, come back and press play. One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite people, Ian Van Zandt, is people come into your life via energetic invitation. What does that mean? Well, you vibrate on a certain frequency, people come in with that same frequency. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you don't like yourself. You don't. You don't like yourself until you invite all of these weird entities and spirits and people, and you just invite weird people and weird things into your life because you don't like yourself. The law of attraction, or the law of assumption, says that whatever we believe or whatever we think will manifest to be true. Whatever we assume to be will be. So today, you and I are going to take some accountability for the bull that has gone on in our lives. I will be cussing myself out as I will be cussing you out. All right? I was one of those people that used to say everybody else was the problem. I was. I just thought that we lived in a messed up world and everybody was just messed up and I was the only good person on the planet. I did an audit of all of my internal dialogue. I really scanned. I'm an Aquarius. I'm an introvert. I introspect a lot, and I kind of just took a look at all of my thoughts and all of the things that I was saying to myself. I realized I was always being very mean to myself. I still am very mean to myself. I realized that I'm very hard on myself. I realized that the people that I was attracting into my life were all a reflection of how I felt about myself and all of my thoughts and all of the things that I was saying to myself. All of the boo-boo the fools and Denisha the cheetahs that was walked into my life because I attracted them. It's as simple as that. People did some horrible things to me. What I learned from those situations was, number one, had I respected myself, I would never be in those situations. And number two, if I was more confident, had I had a little bit more assurance in myself, I would have never attracted those people into my life. I had to take responsibility for that. I couldn't just sit here and blame people and blame everybody else for what was going on in my life. I had to say, yo, Ty, you are the reason that this person is in your life because you low-key hate yourself. And that's why they're here. They're there as a mirror to be a reflection of you, to be a representation of you. It starts with you. It truly does. There were some people in my life that I was just like, whoa, you hate yourself. That's why you did this to me. But then I was like, I hate myself. That's why you're in my life doing this to me because I hate myself. We're two people. We're a mirror. We're two people staring at each other who hate ourselves. And that's why this is happening. Every single time something bad like that happens, where I get into a big fight with someone or I get into a big argument with someone, I don't put it all out there that I'm like taking accountability and stuff and having conversations with myself, but I am. And I realized that I always tell myself, well, what went wrong for me to attract this into my life? Or why is this person here? 9 times out of 10, it's always because it was a moment that I was feeling very insecure. It was a moment that it was a friendship built on trauma bonding, or a friendship of someone that I wasn't certain about. There are many friendships that I had that I knew from the start that I should not be friends with these people. And I still continued the friendship. And why is that? Because I probably didn't feel like there was better out there. I probably wanted to look past it. I had to ask myself the question, what goes through the mind of someone who knows that they shouldn't be friends with someone or they shouldn't be involved with someone, yet they stick around? That is definitely the mind of an insecure person. That is the mind of someone that doesn't love themselves. When people treat us badly, we have to call a thing and say, well, yo, they treated us badly. But we also have to take a step back and say, well, what did I do to set the stage for this thing to happen to me? Because We do that. We really set the stage for everything that goes on in our life. And don't get me wrong, there are people that are just terrible for the sake of being terrible. But most of the time, it's really because we allowed that person into our life. We invited them. Our energy matched their energy. They had low vibrational energy and we had low vibrational energy. So they entered into our life. Anybody that is at the same confidence level as you, they're gonna come into your life. If you're an insecure person, you're gonna have insecure friends. You're gonna have insecure people around you. If you're a person that's just, you don't respect yourself, or you don't have your morals and values in the right place, you're gonna invite people just like you into your life. I really had to have that conversation with myself. Until this day, I would be lying to you if I didn't admit that there are people who were in my life in the last couple months that I was just like, oh, yikes, Tyrese, there is still work to be done. You know, this channel is all about growth and healing and the journey. So I'm not here to act like I'm above anybody or to act like I have it all figured out. That's the whole point of this channel, is for y'all to watch me figure it out and for me to watch y'all figure it out and for us to create a space where we can figure this thing out together. That's literally the whole point of this YouTube channel. The truth of the matter is, till this day, there are times where I'm like, oh, I am feeling insecure and that is why this thing happened to me. Or I'm feeling insecure and that's why this person is in my life. There is a particular person in my life that I really hated. I really used to hate this person. Now that I'm away from this person, I can see the similarities between me and this person. If you asked me 5 years ago if me and this person are similar, I would tell you hell the fuck no. I would cuss you out and probably kick you down a flight of stairs. But now, since I'm in like a space of trying to hold myself accountable for things, I can really see the similarities between me and this person that I hated. It goes back to what I was saying. We invite people into our lives that vibrate on a similar energetic level. And that person that I hated, it's so crazy that I'm saying this, but I really see the similarities and I'm like, yo, that's why this person was so terrible. This person was so terrible because they represented the darkest parts of me, the darkest, most sad and insecure parts of me. And that is why they were so awful and terrible to me. That's why I had such a reaction to them. That's why I hated them so much, because this person was very physically violent and I hated that. I used to really drag that person, but I can be very verbally violent. I hated that person because they represented something in me that I didn't like. And violence is violence. I think physical violence is the worst of all type of violence, but that's a similarity right there. That person can be very ignorant, and when I'm upset, I can say some ignorant things. So it's like, wow, like I spent so much of my life hating someone just to realize, yo, that person was just a reflection of me. I'm saying all of that to say this. It's you, girl. It's you, boy. It's you, friend. Clean up what you have going on inside. Open that journal. Write down your thoughts. Every time you have a negative thought, write that negative thought down and you will see how terrible you speak to yourself. And you will understand that that is just a result of being insecure, and you will understand why every single horrible person that has come into your life, based on all of your negative thoughts, you will see how they came into your life. Trust me. I just wanted to finish the video by saying, like, I understand that there are some people who are just terrible for the sake of being terrible, but a lot of the times we invite people into our lives. A lot of the times we invite the chaos and destruction into our lives. And it's time for us to look in the mirror and remember the word of the night. What's the word of the night? Say it. Accountability. Accountability. And accountability is hard. Accountability is really hard, and I be doing it. You know, a lot of people will tell you that I don't take accountability for nothing, but I do. I just don't tell y'all. Yeah, I know I didn't have to cuss a lot of y'all out the way I did. That don't mean I need to let you know. It just means that I know how to move accordingly in the future. Because, you know, a lot of y'all deserve them cussing out, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all deserve them. If you got this far into the video, thank you so much. I'm so glad I was able to hold your attention for this long. Please leave a comment about a time where you understood that you were the one that invited a bad thing to happen into your life. Let me know about a time where your insecurities really set the stage for how people treated you. Leave a comment, subscribe. I make videos like this all the time. My YouTube channel is about self-help and mental health, and I know that can be a heavy topic, but I'm funny. I try to make it lighthearted. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, Until next, why I keep doing that? Until next time, toodles.